What a way to end the first half for the Arizona Cardinals, up big over the Panthers. PHNX Cardinals halftime starts now. Hey, welcome in. Live from Studio K. Presented by our friends at Circle K. It's the PHNX Cardinals halftime show. I'm Johnny Venerable. He's the playmaker. Brittan Golden. Arizona Cardinals lead the Carolina Panthers in week 2 of the regular season 20-3. Of course, this halftime show brought to you by our friends at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playatgila.com. Hit that like button. We've got super chats. We've got fired up folks. We got diehards. Brittan Golden, Arizona Cardinals, not perfect, but enough to capitalize on what we feel like is a far inferior Panthers team.
No, I agree. I mean, defense did exactly what we was talking about, in the pregame show. First couple drives, first 2 drives they came out. You have a great first drive. You get a fumble return for a touchdown. You come out the very second drive. You get a tip ball, it turns into an interception. You get 10 points off of turnovers. Credit. We had no points from the offense. The offense looked really slow to begin the game again. I mean, really, it's a lot of, check downs, underneath throws, stuff like that. You want to see more down the field, but I understand it. I mean, Kyler threw a dime to Marvin, went through his hands. He threw another good ball in the end zone, and Marvin tried to use his body to catch it instead of going. I mean, come on, man. You're big. You have long arms. You got big hands. Go up and get the football. You got to separate yourself at this point. We talked about this so much last year. Like, you're a big body receiver with big hands, and you're strong. Now, you've gained all this muscle. Go up and take the football.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, to end the half, great throw by Kyler to Michael Wilson in the back. I mean, you couldn't have thrown that ball any better. I mean, it was his ball and nobody's ball. Great catch. It's a way to get a touchdown out of it.
I thought Kyler Murray was efficient, 10 of 15, 118 yards, a touchdown, sacked 1 time. Offense, it could look better, but you're up by, 17 points at the half. This defense, by the way, has been fantastic. We're going to talk about Max Melton. Unfortunately, was carted off. What's the future at the cornerback position look like? Front 7 got the tone set. I'll pat myself on the back. I thought they'd have a defensive touchdown. I didn't know it was going to happen first possession. As Sweaty J and the boys, they get it done. Strip sack, Zaven Collins. That really set the tone. Then to come right back, the next possession, you send Mac Wilson Sr. on a blitz. Baron Browning then picks him off. I mean, it's 20-3. It probably should be closer, 30-3.
I would say your pregame predictions should have been what it looks like at halftime.
Right. But again, I don't want to come on here and be negative because Jonathan Gannon he's a game manager head coach in terms of he's a CEO head coach, but he's got a defensive background and the defense looks elite right now. So maybe this is what we should be expecting. Maybe this is their way of nope, we're going to play good special teams. Ryland was fantastic. Greg Dortch punt return fantastic. And we're not going to turn the ball over and we're going to wear teams down. Listen, I want this team to throw it 40 times a game and throw for, 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. Maybe that's just never who they're going to be. But I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite. If they're stacking wins and they look like this, right? And they exit every Sunday and it's well, that could have been better, but they won the game. I think we're all going to feel good about the trajectory of this team. Now, my pushback to my own argument, BG, is this is the Panthers. Last week, that was the Saints. When you play good teams, specifically in your own division, your offense has to be better. It has to look more in sync, in rhythm. But guess what? That day is not today. You get Bryce Young and the Poverty Panthers today.
No, I agree. I mean, offensively, the problem is starting up front right now. The problem is up front. You're getting 0 push in the run game. James Conner's making things happen. Trey Benson had a couple of good runs. I mean, it's just you're not setting the tone. On the line of scrimmage, Carolina's playing in our backfield, which is in turn making it harder for running backs to get things going. Kyler Murray is under more pressure right now than he really should be in this situation. Right. Let's just be real. He shouldn't be under pressure this often against this defense, but he is right now because there's just nobody in there. You're getting bad holding penalties because you're just getting beat off rip. It's just kind of one of those issues. It's just the problem is starting up front. If you can find a way and these guys can just be cohesive up front, like it's a
problem right now.
Gives him, and we talk about this all the time with Kyler, right? When he gets under pressure, he gets happy feet. When he gets happy feet, he starts moving. Bad throws come out.
Yeah,
like you've got to give him a pocket, right? Somewhere where he can, if he does have to scramble, it's a step up and move scramble. It's not something where he's got to start flipping and turning and doing things because bad things happen in those.
Yeah. Everybody hit that like button. 540 watching live. We appreciate all of you. We're going to get to your super chats. We'll go through some statistics here. BG mentioned it. 10 for 36 on the ground. Do the Cardinals miss former offensive line coach Clayton Adams, who, by the way, is calling plays in Dallas with Brian Schottenheimer? Looks pretty effing good. I mean, I like Justin Fry from Ohio State. It might take a little longer than we would like. Trey McBride, 4 for 59. Fantastic. And then, Michael Wilson really should have had 2 touchdowns, was initially, unfortunately, robbed with the Trey holding call. Michael Wilson's a good player. If he gets targets, he produces. I think that's been one of our biggest, contention points on this podcast. This offense, throw to the receivers, good things will happen. Saying that, Marv had an underwhelming half. Like, that's okay to say. And it's salt in the wound because Malik Neighbors goes for $150 and he's an all-world beater, but he dropped a pass to begin that game. I need Marv to have a good second half to feel good about himself, but your points are spot on. You got to be more physical. You got to be more aggressive. We need to see the aggressiveness of last week, but who knows? I fully expect this team to come out and just say, we're up by 17 points. We're going to run the football. We don't care if you want to see big explosives in the second half.
For me, it's just one of those, right? You need to keep the game plan going. I mean, we saw way too much of this last year, right? You got up, you kind of just turned it off, got a little lackadaisical. Right. Defense gave up a couple possessions. They scored some points. And now you're sitting here saying, oh, no, they're back in this game when there's no way they should be in this game. I think you got to keep going, right? Just the foot on the pedal. I think you need, like, again, we talked about how Marv struggled a little bit in this first half. You got to go back to him. Mm-hmm. You got to give him opportunities because we know the player he can be. Yeah. We know what he can do. We've seen flashes of what he can do. We just need to see it on a consistent basis. You need to continue getting Michael Wilson involved, continue getting Trey McBride involved. Like, just continue getting these guys going.
I like what I've seen from Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray has been efficient. I think, again, last week, no turnovers. So far this week, no turnovers. And I'm sure Gannon and Petzing are pulling him aside and saying, look what Bryce Young's doing over there. Don't do that. Don't be reckless with the football. Don't put the football on the ground. If you have to take a sack, take a sack. And, like, again, we need Kyler Murray to be a special player when you're playing the Rams, when you're playing the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. Mm-hmm. Against this Panther team, which we knew was not any good, especially after last week. It's just like, okay, how many games were given away earlier today because of self-inflicted, turnovers, penalties? The Steelers come to mind. So people want to clam on this is not a Kyler Murray indictment. This game, efficient, keep it going. Continue to roll over performances without turnovers. Love to see that. Love to see the super chats. We're going to hit them now. Cardi D, $2. Brah, get Jonah Williams up out of there. Jonah Williams has not looked good through 6 quarters of play to start this season, BG.
He's consistently getting beat. He's putting his quarterback and his running backs in bad situations off the jump. Like, something's got to change. He's got to figure something out, or we got to start looking.
Cardi D becomes a new member. Welcome, my guy. You get to use all the plethora of emojis. We got 600 people watching right now. Let's get some new members. $5 to join. Sponsorship group, PHNX Sports. Become a diehard. And, of course, hit that subscribe button. Get us to 50,000 subscribers. We do Cardinal content every single day. We do a live show Monday through Friday, 4:30. Again, your premier #1 Arizona Cardinal podcast. Josh, $5. Petzing is what's wrong with this offense. My 2-year-old knows the play call before it's called. Murray used to be a 300-yard QB regulated to a game manager. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think there are Kyler Murray detractors out there, and they're going to have their opinion, right or wrong, until Kyler Murray wins in the postseason. And that's fair for them to have that opinion. But when you watch Kyler Murray in this offense in particular, and like the receivers aren't involved, and it just, I tweeted out, just looks hard. And you've seen Kyler Murray make it not look hard throwing the football. Not saying he was winning a bunch of MVPs, making a bunch of Pro Bowls, but like when Russell Wilson's going for 350 today with a bunch of moon balls and it's like 450, why can't this offense do that? But again, it goes back to our point, PG. It's like maybe they don't want to do that.
That could be the thing. Maybe that's just not in Petzing's thing where he wants to throw it down the field, which is killer being a former receiver. I can't stand the thought of that. But a lot of it is I just don't see. I can't tell, one, because you can't watch the whole field all the time. You can't see the route running and stuff. But I do wonder if there's an issue with concepts. Like, is it the concepts that you have for the pass game to where it's a one type beater? Like, you either only beat man or you only beat zone. It's like the concepts don't have a second option for if it's zone, or we can do this. If it's man, we don't have that. Or are we just not getting open? Now, that's another thing. Are receivers just not getting open because by the time he goes through the progression, I got to check down. Or he just already knows off the snap, he didn't beat him, he didn't beat him, he didn't beat him. Let's just check down. So
many
I don't
check
know
downs.
if it's concept based or if it's just we're not getting open. I can't tell because I can't see the whole thing.
First half, one catch for a receiver, Michael Wilson's touchdown. We're going to rapid fire these. Josh, $2. We have an 8-win team with this offensive scheme. Well, they won 8 games last year. They have an easier schedule. If they win today.
8 wins.
You got 2 wins already. You win today. The schedule is the schedule. I'm not going to complain about who's on the schedule. And listen, with this offense, with as milk toast as it is, vanilla as it is, with this defense playing like this, like you can beat teams. We got $5 from my guy. I appreciate you. I'm going to try to pronounce it. Boo Wanaki, $5 Canadian. Why is it always pulling teeth with Petzing? What would LaFleur, McVay, heck, even Ben Johnson, McDaniel, Shanahan do with this offense and weapons? They would score more points. I mean,
but those guys have proven systems. So, it's another one thing. We don't have that yet.
Let's get Mike McDaniel here. Mike McDaniel's about to be fired in like an hour. Let's get Mike McDaniel here. Let's keep things going. Kyler Gordon, friend of the program, 199. This line and play call won't beat division teams. I mean, they went 3-3 in the division last year, but we got to see. Let's see if they can open it up in the second half. Graham, $2. Game over. Get ready to watch Truth run it 30 times. I agree with you. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Woods, 199. Brittan, how do I talk facts like you, man? The GOAT. He's the GOAT.
We don't know if they're all facts. A lot of them are just opinions, but yeah.
Panda with Wings X, Jonah Williams, barf emoji. So well put. I agree with that. Hey, Jonah, maybe get it together so this team can run the football. So Kyler Murray can have time, in the pocket. K. Gordon, again, 199. Cannot turn conservative on play calls. I got bad news for everybody. I think it's going to be run, and more run. In part because I think you want to limit the hits on K1, which I get. Matt, 199. We need to relax. MHJ is good. Scheme is a problem. Agree with that 100%.
But also, scheme has nothing to do with the ball going through your hand.
He's got to catch it. We
all drop him. Don't get me wrong. None of us is perfect. I mean, even the GOAT. I mean, his jersey's up over there, number 11. He had more tackles than drops, but it happens. His was just way more consistent than anybody else has played the game.
You got a frame Fitz jersey in your house? I need that. Rondo MZ, $5. Bring back some of the BA culture, keeping the foot down and winning convincingly. I will double down with you, Rondo, and hopefully they do that in the second half. I want to be wrong. Sebastian, 199. Support. We appreciate you, Sebastian. Tyler P, 699. I've seen enough offensively at some point. You are who you are. P.S. Love watching you, BG, during the BA era. It's nice.
That is nice. I wasn't doing much, turning punts and kicks every now and then.
You had a key block on a certain Andre Ellington run. That's right. You always played well against Seattle. Steve Kimes, burner, 199. Drew calls like minimum wage, just enough to get you by. Is Drew Petzing Mr. Paycheck to Paycheck offensive coordinator? In this economy, it might be. And then we got 2 new members, Reezy Baby, Jack. Welcome to the family. Become a member. BG and I are back with Bo Brock right after the second half for our post-game show. Subscribe to PHNX Sports. We'll see you after the game.
We all silly like the mayor.